Tuesday night, Houston Public Media partnered with Esperson Gallery to host the Art of Leadership Recovery Relief Forum, focusing on urban planning with local and state officials, including Houston City Council member Amanda Edwards.
I think one thing that's really important to note is that our recovery process will be a very long process. Right now you see a lot of folks in the inner core of the city and they're moving along, and it appears that recovery is well on its way, and it is in many regards, but what we have to make sure is that we are not letting any Houstonian be left behind during this recovery process.
Also on the panel was City of Houston Chief Resilience Officer Stephen Costello.
On the city side, there are two pockets of money that we're chasing. One is what we call HUD, disaster relief. It's a community development block grant funding. And then the second is FEMA. And so on the FEMA side, that's usually the first source of money. When it comes to debris pickup, emergency operations, sheltering, that money comes right away. And then the second part of FEMA is what we call the recovery phase, where we go out and we assess everything that has been damaged, and we sort of negotiate with FEMA.
One major question was what to do moving forward.
How do we make our city better off than it was before Harvey struck us? And I think that's the next question. And then second to that is making sure that we have an answer and a solution for all of our Houston communities.
Part of resiliency will be exploring how do we handle the major highways here in the system. Because if you recall, at the peak of Harvey, it was hard to get into the city, and you couldn't get around the city. And so we've got to figure out a way to make sure that we have our highways elevated high enough to be able to get mobility done. The issue of depressed highways for storage, well, that's something different. And I wouldn't design a highway for storage because you want to have mobility.
Future forums on these and other issues are in the planning. For Houston Public Media, I'm Ernie Manouse.